Let's study about operators in C. So there are mainly two types of operators. One is called as unary operator and the second one is called as binary operator. Unary operator means there will be only one operand and binary operator means there will be two operands. And this sign is called as the operator. There are different types of unary operators. First one is the ampersand or address operator. It is used to get the address of a variable. Next is a plus sign, which is a unary plus, and it operates only on one operand. Next is a unary minus, which shows the sign of a single operand, for example B. Then we have bitwise complement, which will find out the binary, the bitwise binary of any value. Like, for example, if you have 101100, then each bit is converted into its complement. Zeros become 1 and ones becomes 0. Next we have the increment operator. If you have plus plus I, then that implies it is equal to I is equal to I plus 1. That is the value of the variable I increases by 1. Next we have the decrement operator. Decrement operator means the value of that variable is decreased by 1. If you have logical negation, it means that 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0. Here only one bit can be used. So if you're going to write not A, then the value stored in A will become its negation. Next, let us study about binary operators. So here we have got two operands and we have got a one operator. So these are the common arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and also modulus. It gives you the remainder. A percentage B. For example, if you're going to write 7 percentage 2, then the remainder will be taken. For example, the remainder in this case will be 1. Next we have the shift operator. Shift operator means a value. For example, if it is left shifted by 2, then towards the right hand side it will be filled with 2 zeros. And if it is right shift by 3 spaces, it means that the number will be shifted towards the right by 3 spaces and the leftmost position will be filled by 3 zeros. Next set of operator is called as bitwise operator. Here we have got three sets of operations: bitwise AND, OR and XOR. So these are the symbols. These are the truth table of AND, OR and XOR gate. So for example, if you got two numbers like this, then 0 ANDed with 1 will give you this row. So the answer will be 0. Similarly, 0 ANDed with 0 will give 0. 1 ANDed with 0 will give 0 and so on. So here if you've got 8 bits, you will have to do bitwise operation of each bit and write the answer. Similarly for OR and XOR. Next you have got logical operator, which works only on a single digit. So here it's a single bit. So as you can see, 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0 for a NOT gate. Similarly for logical OR and AND. The result will be a single bit. Then we have got assignment operator. Here C is copied to A. Next, if you've got star equal to, then that is similar to writing A star equal to C is same as writing A equal to A into C. And A divided by equal to 10 implies A is equal to A by 10. So these set of operators are also called as shorthand operators because they help us to reduce the number of characters or digits to be written. So this is an example of a shorthand operator. This is the basic syntax. Variable, for example, if it is A, then operator is a plus sign, then followed by an equal to sign, then the expression. So if you write A plus equal to 10, that is similar to A is equal to A plus 10. Such operators are called as shorthand operator or compound assignment. Next, we can compare the relation between two operands. So we have got A less than B, A greater than B, A less than or equal to B, and A greater than or equal to B if A and B are two variables. Then if you have to check if A is equal to B, then you will do that with a double equal to. The difference between this A equal to B, it means that B's value is copied to A, and difference between this means that the value of A is cross-checked with that of B. So here it is actually checking the relation, but here the value is being copied. So that is the difference between writing 1 equal to and 2 equal to. Next is not equal to. Here we can check if the value of A is not equal to B to check whether A and B are not equal. Then these two we will study later. For the time being, just learn the names. Next we have conditional operator. It is also called as ternary operator. This is because it works on three variables or three sections. The basic syntax is given like this. Question mark, then you'll have a true statement, colon, and then you'll have a false statement. So that is the syntax of conditional operator, which is also called as ternary operator. For example, consider the case A is equal to 10. Then we have got B is equal to 15. We are declaring another variable x, and x value will be equal to if A greater than B. A is not greater than B, so the next statement following it will be true condition, and after the colon will be the false condition. So actually here it is a false condition. So B will be evaluated and that value will be stored to x. So here you can see that 10 greater than 15. This is not true. So true will not be implemented, and instead here the false will be implemented, and that value 15 will be copied to x. So the value of x will be equal to 15. Next, let us see another example. Int a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 3. We have a variable int x. The value of x is equal to a greater than or equal to b, question mark, a plus b colon a minus b, semicolon. So here it is 5 greater than 3, which is true, which means that the statement following the question mark will be implemented. So here a plus b is taken. A plus b is 5 plus 3, so that is 8, and that value will be assigned to the variable x. So it is similar to writing an if-else statement. So instead of that, we can write it as a single statement, and it is called as a conditional statement or conditional operator. So as I told you earlier, what is the difference between equal to sign and double equal to sign? It has been explained in the previous slide. Our next operator is increment and decrement operator. As I already told you, increment operator means increments the value by 1 and decrement operator will decrement the value of the variable by 1. We have got two types of operator. One is called postfix operator. Imagine x is equal to a plus plus. If the variable a has got the value 5, then x will be also equal to 5. Then after that, only a will be incremented to 6. So first this value of a is given, then only it is incremented. So it is also called as use and then change. So first the value of a is copied to x and then only a will be incremented. That is why it is called as postfix. It is kept after the value of a. Next we have got prefix operator. So if the value of a is equal to 5, then first a will be incremented. Then that value of a will be copied to x. So a is incremented to 6 and then that value is copied to x. So this is called as change and then use. The order of the operator is called as precedence of operator. So as we have seen, it is also called as precedence of operator means the order of operator. It is also called as hierarchy of operation. In maths, we would have studied what is called as the Bodmer's rule. First the bracket, then the division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. The precedence of operators is similar to that. If we have not given proper brackets, then how these statements will be implemented is implied by the precedence of operator. The C language already has some priority which is given to the operations. C language already have some priority which is given to these operations. Only according to that the value will be considered. So first multiplication is considered, then division followed by modulus. As the next step we have plus and then minus and finally will be the assignment or the equal to sign. It is in this order that it will be implemented.